All right, this is the Indian American Chamber of Commerce, iTalks, and this is your host, Jamin, and
And
your
Karan,
co-host, Karan. And Karan missed the dress code, so we apologize for that.
what's wrong with
But
this
we are
shirt, bro?
super excited for today's iTalk. We have our headliner for this year's India Day, Arjun, on with us. Arjun, welcome to iTalks.
Yo, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good to be here. Yeah,
So, Arjun, I heard you're a big fan of basketball.
I am massive NBA fan, massive LeBron fan mainly. But yeah, just I'm a bit of a stats nerd, so I have my league pass and I'm checking all the kind of the elite scorers every day. So LeBron's still averaging I think 30 this season. So in year 20, pretty impressive. But yeah, I'm a big sports fan in general. So cricket, football, NBA, NFL, everything. So yeah.
I know you watch a lot of sports, but do you play any sports?
I used to play cricket a lot in school. Cricket was my main sport. Now it's more just gym really. Cricket, as you know, is a long sport. So I haven't got like 5 days to spend to spend playing cricket. But yeah, a bit of football, a little bit of badminton and squash and stuff. But yeah, mainly just the gym now, sadly. But yeah,
So, so, he-
NBA.
so here's a question. You said football.
Mm,
Now, is it
yes.
American football or is it
Oh no,
like
no, I
Premier
don't play
League
American
football?
football.
All right, I just want to make sure because
Soccer.
we get
That's a good
confused
point.
here. So,
Yeah, you got to make sure.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. So we say football. You guys say soccer. But yeah, that's the one which involves your feet, basically. Yeah,
so Urgent, you
yeah.
have pretty.
I mean,
You
it
have a
makes more
very
sense.
yeah.
It makes sense to call it football because you obviously kick it with your foot. So I don't know why you guys call NFL doesn't make sense to me being called football. But anyway, it is what it is. Cultural differences.
We don't really understand it either. But listen, what we do understand is that you have an amazing
Yes.
career, and we were just looking at your YouTube channel. You have like over 1 billion views on social media, and
Mm.
you continue to create some amazing music, amazing content. But where did all this stuff start from? Like, where were you born? And do you mind kind of sharing your background with us?
Yeah. So I actually grew up in the UK, in London. My mom was very into music, very into jazz and soul and R&B music. So she kind of got me into. Oh, hello.
You're fine. We just changed the view, so it's just you. You're not
Oh,
sharing
sorry,
anything.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I grew up in the UK. Grew up in London. My mum was actually very into jazz and soul music. So that got me into R&B. That's kind of where the R&B hip hop kind of influence came from. Also around a whole bunch of Bollywood through friends and girlfriends. And actually, that was more through my friend circle. My parents are much more Western actually. But yeah, so kind of always been around music. I was in a bunch of bands in school. So I was actually in a rock band. I played the drums and the guitar in a rock band when I was like 13, 14. And then I used to always write songs. I think it's always been, I guess my first love was more the kind of creative process of writing, producing music, producing beats, writing songs. That was like the kind of the first phase. Singing was a bit later. I was actually quite shy as a kid, so I didn't like to kind of be the kind of focus of attention. So I used to write songs for other people. Or I'd be in the back in the band playing the guitar in the back, but I was never like the lead singer. So that was I think more at college. I think around 18, I started to sing more, and yeah, YouTube kind of just happened. Really, it was a kind of a viral video. I think it was "Why This Color AD," it's a South Indian song. I did an R&B version of that song, which just totally flipped it for me. That was the kind of the big breakthrough. So yeah, YouTube, I have to say, was probably the main reason why.
And that,
Yeah.
talk about the difficulties and the challenges that you had in the beginning. I know you talked about the YouTube. You made some
Yeah.
beats. Did you
Mm.
did you go through anything during that time? Like, how did you break through and get into the music scene?
So yeah, so I mean, I come from a very academic family. So no one in my family's done anything really controversial. It's all kind of working either in finance or in the public sector, or kind of So it's never really been anybody who's done anything from my family in music. Having said that, my parents are very supportive. So they were. I mean, my mama obviously being herself into music was a big help. But I think it was definitely a challenge to trying to convince them that I should leave kind of conventional work to be a singer. But actually, there was a time when I was actually working full time. I was doing a 9 to 5 job in marketing, and on the weekends I'd fly to Toronto or Malaysia or Dubai and do a show, come back, and my boss was like, "I swear you were in Canada yesterday. How are you back in work?" So I actually was trying to juggle the two. So actually, for about a year or two, I was working like a full time job and then hustling. On the weekends, I was trying to go to events, hand out my demo CDs, and then meet labels and trying to build my career. But it was actually like a part time thing. But actually, once I proved to my dad that I could make more money just from my side hustle in music than I was doing for marketing, that was when I was allowed to kind of go for it full time. Plus, I think it was I had interest from a T Series, a label in India. That was around 2013, I think it was 2013. Well, about 10 years ago. That's a long time ago. But yeah, getting old now. But that
Yeah,
was
we're trying to
when
figure
I
out how
think
old you are, but
they realized
with all this experience, but no, you don't have to share it. Or just kidding.
nobody knows how old I am. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, so I think that was it definitely helped having a big label to kind of showing interest to help my parents understand there was there was some financial backing. That was the key to that. So yeah.
I'm sure your mom, just like my mom, says, "Beta, very good, go for it." Something.
Similar, very similar. Yeah, I mean, she actually, my mom is very Western. Weirdly, she's like more English than I am. Like she's more like, I'd say I'm more Desi than she is, which is really weird actually. So she's very like I think she thinks she's white, and well, no, in a good way, but it's fine. But I think I think that definitely helped because she was much more open minded when it came to kind of career in the arts, right? That's quite a rare thing to do. But she also herself is now part of my team. She's like a momager. She actually handles my bookings and legal stuff and accounting. She's actually part of my team. So that's a blessing having a family member, because obviously the trust level is a lot higher with the family. So I think that's a blessing. So yeah, that was, I think
pretty
the
cool.
challenge was to kind of break up.
Sorry, I think I just want to pause because Indian American Chamber of Commerce supports all entrepreneurs, all businesses here in Central Florida and regionally.
Yes.
And I think it's really cool how you shared your experience of struggles as an entrepreneur, working marketing, going to singing career, going through the personal and professional struggles. I think I got to commend you for never giving up. So I think that's really cool, and thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. No, I think the hustle. I think hustle never stops, but I think that initial early phase of, I guess, building a fan base, building a following, had to have a lot of sacrifice. So I had to kind of miss out on friends' weddings and birthdays, and my nephew being born. I was always on the road traveling a lot. So in those early formative years of my career, I kind of put everything into music. I think now I obviously have a bit more kind of a life balance. I'm able to kind of, I guess, live a life outside of music. But I think those first 4 or 5 years was non-stop, that you're just touring, building that fan following, and just trying to grow that brand as well. So
awesome. And then what are your future plans in the industry? Are you working on a track right now? Can we get something exclusive right now? What's going on?
Are you asking to sing for us?
I am actually, if you can.
Hey, we have a couple songs,
actually,
Ibrahim. We'll share with you when
some
you get
requests.
Karaoke session. Okay, yeah. No, so basically, I'm actually in India right now for meetings. I'm actually in Bombay, in Mumbai right now. So I've also had this dual. I think you guys can relate. Obviously, being American and also being South Asian, we have this kind of dual identity where we kind of I guess have our roots in the East, but we obviously grew up. I'm assuming you guys grew up in the West as well. So I think I've always had this kind of two dreams. I wanted to kind of crack the West and the East. So obviously for me, I've always dreamt of being a household name in India, but also in the US and the UK. So obviously I've always kind of been pulled in two directions. I think it's been hard to focus at times, because obviously I've seen Desi's really killing it of late in the West. You look at the likes of Jay Shetty, Mindy Kaling, Lily Singh, even Jay Sean. I think there's a really nice American Desi or North American Desi scene that's kind of very, very represented in the mainstream more now. I think we're crossing over more to the mainstream. So I kind of have this feeling where I love to be in the US more. At the same time, there's so much happening in India and so much crossover music from India that's breaking more into the West as well. There's artists out here. There's people like AP Dillon in the US. There's people like, obviously there's the Badshahs and the Gurus, and so there's so much music in India. So I'm kind of feel like I want to be in both places at the same time. So I'm right now I'm here trying to I guess reignite some of the kind of deals that I had going in India with labels and film companies and stuff. So I'm here for a week, and then I'm in the US. So I think that's kind of been the story of my life, is always being kind of between the two. But so the question was, what's my next? Yeah, what's the next? So a whole bunch of music. So the last year I kind of spent touring the world really, because I had a year of COVID, 18 months of COVID where I was stuck at home, not touring. So I had kind of a whole bunch of shows that I had to fulfill. So I was basically on the road. I was literally all over the shop last year. So this year the aim is to kind of get back in the studio and release some songs. So that's kind of the main plan for this year. So like there's 3-4 songs, some Punjabi, Hindi, South Indian, R&B, mixture of stuff. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. Listen, so we're going to take a pause and really talk about next Saturday. So India Day is the premier event hosted by the Indian American Chamber of Commerce. It's hosted by the Orlando Magic. It is the first, and now even 10 years in, the biggest heritage night within the NBA. So it's pretty cool to see the support from the West for our Eastern traditions and culture. And we've done a great job throughout the years kind of building the momentum. So the event actually starts February 25th. Arjun is going to be there on Saturday with us. He's going to join us at Fan Fest, which starts at 4. He's also going to have a meet and greet before that for our sponsors and some of his biggest fans. And then after the game, which the Orlando Magic will win against the Pacers, we're going to have an exclusive concert with Arjun. And you're going to not only see Arjun dancing, but you're going to see me and Karan. No, Arjun singing and me and Karan dancing.
Karan Arjun connection.
You guys dancing. You guys dancing. Karan Arjun.
So Arjun, you mentioned Bollywood, right? So who's your biggest? Who are your biggest Indian? Who are you a big fan of? Indian, whether it's Indian actress or actor.
Okay, well, actress, I'd say Disha Patani is my favorite right now. Just purely looks wise. I'm not talking about anything else, but Disha Patani, I'd say. Obviously, when it comes to actors, Shah Rukh for me is still number one. Shah Rukh, I just saw Pathan last week, which is incredible. So Pathan, I think, is a game changer.
Do you know who Shah Rukh's stunt double was? It was Karan.
Well, in the movie,
Karan was
is Shah Rukh. I'm Salman Khan.
No, we're just kidding.
Yeah, that was pretty epic. I don't want to give away too much, but that Salman Shah Rukh connect was pretty amazing. So that Shah Rukh, I like Salman too. I like everyone. I like Ranveer Singh. I've been fortunate enough to sing a few songs for Bollywood movies. So I've actually done a song for Gali Boy, which was Ranveer Singh's movie. So that was fun. So I think Bollywood is really, I think, having a bit of a what's the word, renaissance, I guess. A comeback this year. I think after obviously again COVID really affected cinema too. But now I feel like everyone's back in the movies. Big actors are back. Big songs are back, and it's a good time for the Desi scene.
So, you talked about the challenges, the difficulties, and you've really done a lot of good things. And it seems like you're gonna obviously keep going. But what advice do you have for people that want to get into the industry? I know, in the Western, there's up and coming artists as well. What advice do you have for them?
So I would say, look, it's a new era. Obviously, every kind of artist has to embrace what tools they have available in that era. I think when I first started off, it was YouTube. Now it's obviously TikTok and Reels, and there's I think you have to kind of be able to create kind of short form content that helps people engage with you, but also not forget about the long form, aka the actual big singles and the big songs. I think it's that's the hardest balance I think to strike, is to have both, is to do full campaigns for like a traditional song, a 3-minute song, but also be able to make a 30-second song that keeps your fans engaged. I think my thing would be to a new artist is just to build that engagement on these platforms, on TikTok, on Reels, covers, remixes, your own stuff, whatever it might be. Just I guess forms. Build key is to build your own brand first, for sure.
Build your own brand, and that some of that must come from your marketing background, bro. In the old days. So,
are you guys there?
Yeah, we're right here. Yeah. We're here.
Hello.
So we may have lost our stream here, but
I've
Arjun,
lost you guys. Hello.
Yeah, but we can hear you, Arjun. It'll still get recorded. Just text him. So, Arjun, as you can see, either we're frozen on his side or he's frozen on his side. Listen, he is coming to us live from India, so we can't always depend on the internet connection. But listen, Arjun gave us some amazing insights today about his entrepreneurial spirit, his background, his drive and passion, which kind of led him to continue, or not kind of led him, continues to lead him to a career in music and filling all of our lives with music. So we're actually
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh,
it's all
come
good.
back.
I can see 2 Arjuns now. There's another Arjun. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
That was the other Arjun. No, Arjun was awesome because we were actually while we had the connection issue, we actually were highlighting how awesome your story is, the entrepreneurial spirit, the passion that you connect with, and the passion that you continue to exude and continue your music career. I know I and the thousands of individuals that will be. The game is actually sold out. There's like only 100 seats left, so the stadium will be full. And you're going to be there courtside watching the game and watching and being a part of a sport that you love. But then we're going to be a part of the music at the end. So Arjun, final thoughts.
So yeah, I mean, go Magic. Hopefully you guys win. Are you guys Magic fans?
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay, fine. Well, yeah. So you have that Paolo Banchero, isn't he? He's pretty good prospect.
He's great. Yeah.
He looks pretty dangerous. He looks like so I think, but it's Indiana you guys are playing.
Yeah,
so
Indiana Pacers. Correct.
Tyrese.
Yep.
Halliburton. I watched the Lakers game where he scored us. So I mean, you should be a bit scared of him, Tyrese Halliburton. But I think otherwise, yeah. I mean, I would support the Magic in this game. So I mean, fingers crossed for you guys. Go Magic. But yeah, I mean, I'm honestly 2 of my biggest passions, NBA and music combined. It's like a dream show for me. So obviously, it's a massive look. I mean, I'm not seeing any bigger kind of South Asian representation than this. Is pretty crazy to me. Like a massive platform like the NBA embracing India Day. So it's amazing. So well done to you guys. Congrats for making it happen. And that's a huge look. So yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to be there.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you. And then we will end like we always do. So we actually have a motto and a tagline, which you'll see a lot of when you're at the game. It's J-Ho Magic. So on the count of 3, we will end with 1, 2, 3. J-Ho Magic.
J-Ho Magic.